Welcome to Stampin' with Steph. Today I'm going to show you the second layout from my October Scrappin' with Steph kit. And I've gone ahead and cut some of my pieces to size just for expedience. So I have my 4x6 photo. I'm going to go ahead and add some adhesive to the back of it because I want to mat it on my piece of pink pirouette cardstock. So I'm just going to do that and get it out of the way. And as I've said before in my videos, I like really fast pages. So I have a piece of 12x12 Regal Rose cardstock, and I've taken pumpkin pie and cut it at 9.5 by 9.5. So I'm just going to add some snail adhesive to the back of it. I'm a very linear scrapbooker, so I like things to have just a lot of proportion, but I like them to be fast as well. All right, so the nice thing about the kits, everything coordinates together, so your pages are going to go together so quickly, which is fabulous. I mean, who doesn't love that? So I've got a basic square design here with my designer series paper. Just going to do opposites. And all of the designer series paper is double-sided, so you've got, you know, lots of options. This is just what I've chosen for this particular page, and these are 3x3 squares. So I'm just going to get these adhered. Okay, I'm just going to adhere my last square. All right, and I have all these lovely die cut labels, so we're just going to pop this out. Take some of my other elements, and I want this little label that says friend. And I'm going to put this in the center of my oval on the bigger label. I want a little bit of contrast, so I'm going to ink the edges with a chocolate chip ink. Again, the ink does not come in your kit. You could use anything that you had on hand. Okay, just gives it a little extra contrast. And I want to add just a little extra depth, so I'm going to mount my label on a piece of chocolate chip cardstock that I've pre-cut already. I really like layers. This is my son and my niece having a little snooze together when they were little babies. So I definitely want to make sure that I record that memory, especially now that they're 2-year-olds and run all over the place. I like it out a little bit. Okay, down that goes. And I'm just going to put this in the open space I've got here. I've got these fabulous die cut blooms and my clear button. So I'm just going to layer these all together and put them like that. And because they're fabric, I'm going to want to use fairly strong adhesive. I could use sticky strip. What I just happen to have within reach are little mini glue dots. So put them on the back. And here's a little tip. If you don't touch them, it's better. It keeps the adhesive. So just put your flower directly on there and it should pick up the glue dot. So just directly on there and it'll lift it right up. So then your adhesive is directly where you want it. It hasn't come in contact with your fingers and taken away some of that stickiness because of the oils of your hand. So I'm just going to layer that. And one blue dot in the center of my clear button. And I'm going to take my tiny little circle punch and punch out some of this fabulous designer series paper I've got. I'm going to punch out a little, circle of designer series paper and just sort of layer it over my button. Excuse me, I'm going to layer it under my button because that's going to show through and it's going to look like the center of my flower. Another little glue dot. It's so pretty when it's layered. A few glue dots on the back of my large felt fusion. And because I always reserve the right to change my mind, it's a girl's prerogative, right? I'm gonna add a little bit of ribbon here. I think it'll just add a little extra depth and texture to our layout. Make it so it's not quite so simple. So I'm just gonna cut the end with my snips. This is Regal Rose grosgrain. And got it just under there. So I'm gonna add a little adhesive to the back. And make sure it's positioned just where I want it. And I've just wrapped it around the edge of my layout on that side. I took my picture and add some adhesive to this side. And just make sure it's where I need it to be. Smooth it out and wrap it around. Sometimes your adhesive is forgiving, and that's a really good thing. And that's gonna pop up a little bit. So I'm just gonna take a little glue dot with my finger. Under there, make sure that stays down. And a little extra snail. And I'm just gonna add my flower right there where everything sort of connects. I like it. It's a very bold, bright page. It's another fast layout with the Scrappin with Steph kit. Thank you so much for joining me. You have a great day.